you have that structure, the telegraph, methodical
Sentinels
play
on
versus the confident,
Sentinels on defense, Fnatic on attack. We got
and what a better map to start it off on than Sunset, a map where neither of these teams really
hero
play
gun
this
on
all too
Darker
often.
gets dropped a ghost.
We're gonna wait to see what's in store.
Deep breaths.
Dude, look at this from
Sen
Sentinels,
on the
man.
defense, Fnatic
3 pass them ready
on
for
the
middle.
attack. We've got two of the
They do it
best
a
players
lot
so
with the
far
double smokes, but
in this tournament. Now head to head, Zekken leading the
okay,
fray,
late
of
swing
course,
with the
Durka,
dizzy.
and in identical roles. The little switch here of the composition from Sentinels could put Fnatic on the back foot. Certainly shocked the desk a touch. And now we wait and see, has the prep gone out the window? A Fnatic now left wanting more, but patient beginnings.
Sentinels giving up that A
Yeah,
site
and this is a
the
free
B
site,
looking
and
to do that mid
Sentinels didn't have
collapse,
great retakes,
which means
but this comp is
probably
pretty
gonna
much
see a
made to
5-man,
retake A.
5 versus 5 retake. Unless Sentinels tries to press the issue a little bit early here, they have lots of characters with flashes. They have the KO, the Gecko, and the Paranoia from TenZ, but here comes the 5 versus 5. Smokes are down
I think
for
this
the
is smart
attackers,
from
and a few more
Sentinels
seconds
because
here, and the retake is going to be on.
that
But
is
the first
really
blood is
bold
joined,
from him.
Well, drawn by Hero.
Yeah, they did really good damage there as
Now,
well.
patience being shown again from Sen. Cautious.
Normally what happens is
Step
Sentinels
forward.
would lose retakes when they
Clear
play
through by
against
elbow.
teams that like
See where
save
the
Omen
vast
Flash.
majority of Fnatic sit.
But Fnatic don't have an Omen Flash. They don't really have a hard
Ready.
shutdown of that
Waiting
retake
for
in
him.
theory.
First contact made. Sight being swarmed. Sentinels looking for a body to drop, and the shots aren't landing this time. It's John QT to answer back. They've got sight, but they don't know about Hero. Pressure from
my.
the back lines. 3 for him, eyeing up his 4th. And John QT
Yeah, and that original guy over towards elbow needs to get way more than that. Okay.
Unable to land the retake.
I mean, nicely done from Hero.
Sen
they both played in front of the one-way at one point
they're
as well.
ready for this rude awakening, facing off against Hero, I guess the X factor of their own for Team Fnatic, coming in pretty recently and having tremendous form,
that's
finding
how?
that pixel gap on that cage on that first kill. But that first round falls to Fnatic, a slow
That's not on purpose though, right?
contact into that
There's
site.
no way that's on purpose.
Structured
Could
on
be,
that
but
retake. Surprised Durka didn't use the paint shells in that post plant, but
having the little
Sentinels
gap on that.
trailing by 1.
Okay.
Just
Fnatic.
now for Sentinels. See what
2
they can
deaths
achieve.
are allowed on this one.
And a similar start to the last round, or setting up mainly for that mid fight to
This is
re-clear. They
interesting.
have just classics
Does
here.
Bosa
So
always have the
waiting
rifle when they do
potentially
this?
for
I
Fnatic
swear
to
when
start maybe
they do this and he's
looking
a
through middle,
solo,
getting
that he
Boaster
doesn't
involved in
have a
that
rifle.
position. Hero as well. They've done these splits. They've done
I
these
don't know if they
inserts
mess up their
before,
buy
but
a
right now,
little bit,
Fnatic's
but-
not going for it. First round it's A, second round it's B. And then
Dude,
another
Sentinels 5
versus
people
5
here
retake is gonna
fast.
be
They
on
can
the
do some good
horizon here.
damage.
Sentinels in a position, if they
what
want
the
to,
flash
they
is
can
like.
flood out quickly.
They're looking to maybe springboard off the contact here, but Alpha standing on guard.
Yeah, and they're
That
not really going
second
together
goal
on
in
this.
tens. Sen now down to 3. Again, it is just classic, so they're looking to do any sort of damage they can. Not finding that right now, and Alpha
Yeah, they kind of took him,
Chronicle, clean work, a
kind of gave him
flawless
5-1
round here for
B1s
Fnatic
really.
in the second.
3 armory buys, that's
Flawless
it.
round, 4 live
It's
on
a
that pistol
strong
as well,
bonus
so
buy for
Sentinels
Fnatic here.
barely in the game. They have a kill. That's on John QT. If they want to be able to get their footing in, they are a team that plays off
Oh
that
my.
momentum, off that confidence, off the individual prowess.
Damn, we're looking like
But
that
they
out
need to
here.
start
Okay,
with a
that's
big
scary.
round. This would be a perfect round to be able to set the tone. 5 players with light shield and Hero purchasing an outlaw.
Yep.
Oh
Would be
man,
devastating.
he's gonna
Again,
gonna
Sen, they do
wreck
need to get the
them.
ball rolling here. It's been a tough start for them. And it's Hero to take the first glance up towards top mid.
Do they never buy outlaws? Like, we got a couple of
here
people that
comes the
could have
middle.
bought heavy.
Advancement that Fnatic likes to do. Sentinels was trying to set up for it in the previous rounds. It never came. But this is the round. Durka, Boaster, both slipping the net.
Oh,
They're
and this
trying
is
to do a
new
split on
from
B
them.
site.
But the high-low setup in market could still
Wait,
find
this is so new from them.
value. You look at Zekken, you look
Dude,
at
look at this double push. It's gonna
Zekken in a
work so
wonderful
well.
position, but a very
They have no idea they're here.
uncharacteristic missed shot, and Alpha
And they
right
saw
out
the
of
extra.
hands. The
Oh,
crunch
man.
coming in now. Wrapping around, Zelsis in drop. Oh my god, so
Yeah,
much
this was
trouble.
sick from Fnatic, man. We never seen this.
Who
Brand
the
new.
hell is this Fnatic?
Just a bonus round.
Because
Take a
Sen
bit of a risk.
unable
One
to find
smoke.
their footing.
Vision block. All of this
I'm a
line.
little surprised, as I thought that nice little setup in
It's a
market
nice
could have
smoke.
really
It's
rewarded
a heavy,
Sentinels here,
because
but
Astra
no,
smokes are
it's
bigger.
down to
It's
our
one
two, who
smoke
aren't
that
really
double vision
encouraged to
blocks
go
either
for this
side.
now.
That high-low setup. Sentinels is looking very static at the moment, sitting in this, waiting for something, almost as if they sat there preparing for this map from Fnatic, looking at what they do and
Yeah, I think they did prep
maybe
for
do
it,
a
and I think
mind
this was
game,
something
an
completely new, because
anti-strat,
you can see
and
them
not
now
really
on
playing
defense
as
talking
loose
about it. They're
and
probably
nimble as
typing,
we come to expect them,
being like,
when
what?
they
How have
try
they
to
done
know
this?
exactly what's going on and they try to get ahead of it, try to 1 versus 5 these attacks, but right now, sticking to their guns, sticking to the setup.
Nice. Nice for Sassy there. Good for him to start the ball rolling as well.
Good
Just
for him
feel
to
out
get
the
closer
game,
to
feel
his
like he
ult
can
as
have a
well.
bit of impact, and of course he gets to keep the rifle. The other 3 now, this was the bonus for Fnatic. We'll probably want to keep these. There's not too much of a need to chase. You've got to look at Durka as well. Showstopper is there.
I can't believe, though, it's going into round 4, and we're looking at Chronicle and Boaster combined 1 ultimate orb between the 2 of them. All the kills so far has been on Hero and Durka and Alpha. That's where
It's
the
impressive that Alpha wins that first duel, to be honest.
2 of those are really good ultimates for
He
them
should
to
be going
have.
down there. There's a couple of aim duels that Sentinel should have won at the moment.
Now is the time. Yeah, Saucy gets a couple of kills as he's trying to save his weapon, but knowing that they can get some shots back is going to be important enough to be able to realize.
Yeah, you're probably going to see Razor
Time to
just
get
to make
loose.
this one easier, get the money flowing.
And again, it will always be a reminder that Sentinels, no matter the scoreline,
And they know they got a little bit of
down,
time where they
never
can...
quite out. This
Whoa.
time, that's what we're talking about. Sassy
Dude,
with a
straight up
quick
line up
2
here as well.
in
2
middle.
guns
Already
down.
doing
This is a
so much
weird
damage,
position for
hitting
Fnatic
by
to be in
tiles.
because
It gives them
I don't
a
want to
huge
get
advantage.
rid of
However,
or protect these
unrecoverable
guns.
weapons, that would have been lovely to get to hand. Maybe supplement the 2 remainders that they had left over. Again, Zelstis, John
Sassy,
QT, and
yeah.
Zekid still on
Very
those
nice,
sheriffs,
man.
but it's Tens on the corner. Boaster,
I mean,
potentially
right
on
now
top.
we are picking up guns from Hero. He
Respect
moved
that.
at least
Fall
1.
back step by step.
Keeping in mind here that 3 players from Sentinels have Sheriffs. They only have those 2 Vandals, and if Hero gets his hat off...
He told you, confirmation that it's Prius.
Is winnable. Right now, it's a 3 versus 4, and the
Double
A-site.
entry.
Oh,
Missed the
again,
cost.
another step back. Not getting what he wanted, but
Oh my
feeling
goodness.
brave enough to go back in.
Damn,
And
that's pretty
right.
cool, though.
Big pickup on Alpha there.
Like
And
that
now
play from
they
him.
slow the roll. Sassy in unison.
I like
is what
this as well, like
Sentinels
an
needed.
early
As
fast
Hero
flood.
gets caught,
And
Sentinels
1, 2...
responding kind, get
They
the
picked up
upgrade to
3
get their
guns on this
first
one as well.
hit.
Dude, what a round.
A flawless, nonetheless, to open
Round
up
to do
their
it.
first
Lexor on YouTube, thank you
round,
so much,
the
Lexor.
round that
Appreciate
they
you doing
need
that,
on
man.
the
Thank you,
board to
thank
be able
you.
to get the confidence.
Another
But
10 from you.
All those first and second
Thank you
rounds,
so much,
that
dude.
mid stack, waiting for this mid walk up from Fnatic.
YouTube chat, if you got
finally
gifted, make
pays
sure you
off
say
in
thank
this
you to
4th
Lexor.
round. And now,
Oh, dude.
feeling maybe like,
I can do 5 as well.
we
I
called
don't know
for
what
a
this is. I
reason,
don't know if
we
it's
prepped like
costing
this
me
for a
money.
reason, and finally we get the payoff of it. Now are we going to see
YouTube
something
randomly
different
gives
from
me
Sentinels, or are they going to keep running with the
re-gifted
same sort
subs.
of mid thing, thinking Fnatic's going to go for the same types of play?
Let's see. We haven't really seen Zelstis tested too early here. He's generally had B main.
At least I think it's free.
Not all away from that. Look towards
I'll
a
see.
very deep
I'll check my
position.
bank after. I'm pretty sure it's free.
Alpha 1 off from his ult here. High focus towards top middle coming out from Sentinels.
Very early Thrash to re-clear the space.
Yeah, but that's
thinking
okay,
that Fnatic
and
was
they
going
want to fight
somewhere.
this early. They
Look
create
at
the
Zekid
question
then. It
mark,
looked
make
like
sure
he
that
was
the
getting
smoke actually
really
gets some
interested in the
value.
market,
It's
maybe
good.
taking a glance to clear behind
We got a
the ult,
giant
but
question mark
sees
here, and they got to
nothing with
hold this angle. I
Also
like
the
this at the moment.
conversation, once you use
Dude,
that
when
knife on that
Sentinels
KO,
are
it's all on
proactive,
the
it's
Gecko,
very nice on
Dizzy,
this
or
map.
Thrash. Those are the only abilities to get information. There's no darts or drones or prowlers.
Well,
like most
this
other
dude
teams
double
run on this
official
map.
for just info.
There
Take
it is.
2. He sees 3. So they know that Fnatic was leaning towards A.
You
but
rarely
still, with
see
a minute on
that.
the clock, Fnatic could decide to go somewhere
Yeah.
else. It's very difficult for Sentinels to be able to break this setup right now.
It's tricky. A little bit of Cypher utility now spread across as well over towards A. Ten's weighing on top.
Is it worth? I would always save it for like
Once
a
they get
retake or
close at
something,
that elbow area,
personally.
They have this Rolling Thunder as well for that post plant. If they get into the site for free here, this is going to be safe from
30
Alpha. And as
seconds
soon as
left.
Sentinel starts to flood in, Alpha's going to pop that in reaction.
So we're getting low on time.
Okay, and we know
And
that
attempts to
Delsis
take
isn't
a
hit, so
player
he
down.
can't stop that.
Oh,
Dude, 2
so
HP.
close. Look at the HP on Dirk.
Yeah,
He's
so they
down to
just
2.
get over towards
Ten's
site.
almost
Sentinels
had him
do
out of the
good
air,
on this
but
one.
has to back away as the site will now be under Fnatic control. They need a plant here, which they should
Alpha,
get. You look at the
it's all about
post,
his ult.
does
Dude,
send
every single
pick
time
the
at the moment,
pace.
Sentinels
They
want
look
to
pressure
go a little bit
now.
faster in their
Paranoia came
retake.
in, the flash went through, and the boom
And
bot, but they
saying
found nothing
that,
for it yet. I'm
this
looking at the
stun
lurk as well.
back
John
from
QT's
Alpha just
position
ruined
could
everything.
be divine.
Were they trying to get
Let's
the
wait,
breach
though.
ult out of
There's
them?
already Durka gonna find
Does
10s,
Sen have...
controlling the
Oh
site.
my god.
With 2! And he's back on it now! You've got the ult coming through. Sassy sends out Dizzy. John QT!
Damn,
the
dude,
lurk
this was
comes
sick.
in. Perfect swiftly as Alpha left in a 1v4.
Wait, how did he get a double nade kill
The
though?
IGL
Raise on
taking the
top being
reins
2
here.
HP or
John
something?
QT leading by example.
This was great though. Big distraction over towards side with the nades. I thought they messed up by missing an opportunity where they used Omen Flash and KO Flash.
Something's going to come in, and how are they going to manage that post plant positioning? They had that rolling thunder, and Alpha was positioned for it.
I mean, this
but
nade
two
is
players
everything.
getting caught by the paint shells. No one dealing with that flank. That is not good enough, and Sentinels takes another round.
But the timing of that flash
one deck
with
last
John
two
going
rounds
is
here.
awesome.
They are
Nice
looking
damage,
very sharp,
Every
very
round, baby, every
different
round.
from those first couple of rounds that they were showing where they were doing this mid stack. Fnatic need to dig deep if they want to post up a few more rounds here.
It's the perfect example of these two teams. You let Fnatic kind of paint their picture first, but Sentinels just ripping down the canvas. As soon as the momentum starts, the pendulum swings so heavily for them. And a very different look to begin with here as well. Looking at TenZ getting proactive, Zekken getting proactive over towards A. And willing to challenge behind the one-way. And we can see where Fnatic are residing. Durka and Alpha just around the corner. TenZ will show his position. Force Fnatic to have to invest util now to re-clear this space.
Psych, I get 5 to 10 free each month. Oh, that's awesome.
Zekken swings off the
Yeah, I
back
had
of
no
the
idea about
paranoia.
that. A nice
That is
replay.
a devastating duo to be holding that push up on A. Lovely synergy, and they've done well to get the first.
Stalled out 1 minute.
It could be really nice rounds back to back. Dude, that eco round where they picked up guns just means their money's outrageous.
Now they're down their duelists as well. Looking at pivot
And the money over
B, but
towards
Sentinels,
here,
they staved that off
complete
with just
opposite.
2 players.
Got
Their
4
main
people that have
defense
to
is
eco.
towards that B side. They got the trips there. They've got the triangle set up.
I feel like
3
John
players.
QT is getting such a good read of this as well. That camera is going to give away the game.
Brius,
Goes
relax
to the
yourself.
middle.
So
He's
good.
gonna catch Zekken here.
More timing is everything. Both sides.
Holy hell,
But it will get the
boasties.
job done.
Heroes walk out B as well.
It's Alpha though to get the reward.
So
He's still
good.
pushing
So
through.
good.
The site under
So good.
contest. Hero getting further than maybe they'd expect, but market is still an issue. Sen have bodies here. Alpha not completely clean on the cross, and John gonna catch him. Hero trying to work forward. It's both to one.
And both
now
managed to get
down
another
the
one as well.
1v1.
Okay, this is
It's
a
8 seconds.
really
The
big
solo on top
1v1,
of the
and we
Mosh.
got.
Hero has to
Do we
go
have time
it.
for plant?
He gets it. He's
Got
gonna
it.
get the plant. Sussy isn't
My
gonna be able
God,
to swing
imagine
in
he
time.
wins this.
Spikes down, but is he ready for the fight?
The cage.
Oh, cage is
Perfect to give
big.
him a moment of respite. Spotting
Did it? No, it didn't spot it.
the cam and
Damn,
spotting
he
the play.
just beat the
Sassy
camera
wants to
out.
set this
Camera
in
around the
motion.
corner here.
Sets him up to draw
Vision
the
block.
scoreline all even.
Dude, Sassy's been good,
That was a
man.
very chaotic round.
Get
I'm
that
surprised
double
Fnatic was
opener
able
in
to
the
bring it
eco
back the
rounds
way
or
they
against the
did.
eco.
The 4 versus 5 pivoting over and getting really just in every little corridor they could. Heroes
Doing
walking
work,
out.
he
B
really
Ghost
is.
going through the spawn smoke and catching Zekken on the sideline. That opening, though.
The great reclear of A on
cool.
this
The
one.
trade of utility
Probably.
at A. Right now, Fnatic not finding their way into the rounds as easily as they did. The first few rounds were given to them. Sentinels didn't play on the site at all, and Fnatic got to walk in for free. What happens, though, when Sentinels tries to give them any sort of resistance? They're losing players, they're losing time, they're losing resources, and now they're losing steam. They took a timeout here to talk about what they
Yeah, they
can
got
do
an
to
eco as well
adjust
here,
to
so-
what Sentinels is doing right now, but it all starts with getting a clean opening again. Sentinels changing up also what they're doing on their defense at the start of the rounds. Those first few rounds, all for that double kill on tiles from Saucy on round 4. After that, though, they abandoned that, and they're doing dynamic setups, different things every round.
And it plays to their strength, though. It's very hard to get a.
Why did they struggle so much on EDG again on this map? On the fence, they just gave him B site every single time. You can't really retake B site that much.
But what they did that round was get the first pick, cost them so much utility from Fnatic. It was lovely. So seeing that versatility, that variety, it really encapsulates what Sentinels are fantastic at.
They
Now
played so
Fnatic
far back,
has come
played
up with
crazy
a
far back,
solution.
yeah.
They need to come back in with a plan. That's what timeout's for. Let's see what they've cooked up here. Still with a purchase, but like shields. Still going to be suffering in that
Minina,
regard.
he's still assistant
Money
coach.
now changing
He's there.
hands completely. The bank building behind Sentinels.
So far, Fnatic's been opening up relatively slow. They've been spreading across the map, trying to figure out which way they want to go. They haven't been going early towards middle since they got killed on that first double kill. But again, they haven't
They
been
managed to
taking
squeeze out of bikes of the
B main
2-9
by
loss
force yet. It's
bonus.
all
Are they
been
not
towards
missing
A,
stuff?
Towards middle on this like 20
And they're not missing
round
anything.
interval. Market door closed. Sentinels is giving up.
I guess they
middle.
got, dude, that plant
They have
saved
full
them.
control over A again. Chronicle gonna solo push off this area. This is a fake though.
Yeah,
Plant
Black
light
is
armor
scary,
really,
though.
yeah,
You saw
really
that
saves them on
instantly
this
Saucy
one.
had to turn around and before again, it looked
Yeah,
like
we're
he
doing
wanted
this
to go
smoke
back
over
towards
towards
top
middle
middle,
again,
the
but
timing on the
Sentinels,
outdrone forcing
I
him
mean,
to stay
you know, once
committed.
they lost that round at
Still,
middle,
camp
they
towards
did
top middle.
insta-learn. They did
Can
instantly
keep the
talk
beat
about
on
what
if
happened in
anyone's
middle.
slipping through. You can see them trying to eye it up. Durka looking
Yeah.
for it.
Saucy.
Post is there. Sarsi almost shutting down on one. Zekken looking for a body. Can't
Oh,
get it.
yeah, he
Chronicles
went a
connect.
bit too aggro
So the
there,
mid fight
swinging out
continuing.
into a
Do they
middle
reimpress
there.
here, Sen?
A lot of people that can take you down. It was obviously a nice shot, but...
On a Futil. Fnatic.
Dude, the Astra smokes on this round have been awesome to watch.
I thought he could have
It's
stopped
been
this
cool.
divide now invested.
Yeah, keep it. I mean, keep an eye on tens.
You're a brave boy,
I
Zelsis.
think.
He's going back in for more. He wants seconds. One attempt wasn't enough. Working at the back of the dizzy. I don't think they know he's here. Zelsa with the
had him.
opportunity to do some serious damage.
Whoa,
and
man.
He's doing it. Back to
Yeah,
back.
I was gonna. What I was gonna
Impact.
say is I think
The
Chronicle
1-3
heard tens TP over the
ace.
trip.
He's read Chronicle's position. Zelsis is absolutely reading this, but the timing not there. Chronicle,
Okay, nicely done for Chronicle. Yeah,
safe
he was
pair
over
of
here,
hands
10's
as
TP'd
ever
over the
for
trip,
Fnatic.
so he was
And
so
a
aware that he
beautiful
was going
switch
around
up
the
as
world
well
here.
from Fnatic off
Like
the back of that
trying to
timeout.
flank him.
Don't know exactly what was discussed, but
What
as
is
you
that,
see
bro?
Durka walking
Whoever
up
did
middle
damage
with
to him
Toaster,
early here as
he's
well is
staring
nuts.
upwards at that camera. They know something's up. And is this the time where the mind games start coming into play, where both teams prepped against
Oh,
each
so
other?
dude, even his
for this
calling
map?
was good here
Sentinels
though.
picking it.
Like the calling was nice.
I mean,
Good
Fnatic
round.
hasn't really had that many reps on
Prod
it. They
middle,
only brought it
try and
out
find
the
if there's a
stage
trip
two.
camera here.
Let's focus up. Yeah, thank you. Let's focus up a little bit.
Yes,
Seems like maybe the communication's getting a little bit sporadic
Yeah,
here,
sounds
but
like
we're
it's
seeing the
getting
off-up
hectic.
now on Zekken. The first time we're seeing it this game.
We haven't seen too much of the operator making.
Durka being the best Euro at the
impact.
moment. His Euro
At
is
least it's on
very
the previous
good.
series. Nice to see it lent on
He probably
early
gets the
here.
most
Maybe
first
an
kills on
answer
Euro that I've
to
seen.
what they believe Fnatic are trying to do.
Right here.
Focusing on posting up Zekken over towards market thus far and keeping track over towards middle. It's been a constant.
I'm not
pressure
sure
point
he's
for
the
Fnatic.
best, but
Zelsis just
definitely up
shouldering
there.
the angle.
like he's top 3.
Very slow and steady start. Fnatic trying to stay relatively unchecked on. And Zelsis not going to get a glimpse on Durka until now. Spotted.
Oh, what's
and
going on
still
here?
with his life. Durka then just
How's
lets
Durka
go. He
taken
goes for it,
no
takes
damage
side
here?
Control. John QT, Zelsis towards that CT side. Flash
Flash
goes in,
off
any
the
swing,
wall.
no. Again,
No one
hindered,
takes
halted.
space.
Ults coming through. They're
My
trying to find these
goodness,
players
man.
towards CT.
No,
Nothing to
dude,
connect
Chronicle
to,
as
still
well. He
find a line
ulted
on
like
both
really
sides.
low down. No one pinged the
Still no
floor.
spike
It's an
plan, 40 seconds,
instant
but
instant
gap is
cancel from
closing right now.
Celsius.
Saucy
Uses
is
his
on the
ult,
back
make
lines
sure
of
that the
market,
server
but
can't ult
now that the
anymore.
ultimate's gone from KO, abilities are back online for the attackers.
What a weird round at the
They want to
moment.
go across
Everyone
there.
in
There's
this
still
box.
threat to this. Tens, Sarsi, both here. Pain Shell is perfect. It's going to do so much. Force them away. Alpha gets the fight and he gets the kill as well. Plant now in play. Durka defending, takes away Tens, but it's Zekken with the impact through on
Does the nade
CT.
just annihilate them
Victory
here?
clear.
Yeah, it
That's a
forces them
third.
out into the
This could
open,
be
bro. And
magic
they tanked
for
so
that
much
man.
damage. Alpha
But
on
it's
10 from it
Chronicle
also.
still alive. Celsius takes another, but a 1v2. Chronicle the hero from before. But can he don the cape again?
Gets into a good pause for it.
Position, they're staying close. Sentinels taking no risks here, but a fair fight.
Very
for
nice, man.
JQT.
Very nice. Dude,
Trade
Zekken got a
in
dink here
place.
as well. Zekken did
Again,
insane work.
The leader, the captain, closing out the round, and we're back all even.
These rounds are coming down to the wire. We're seeing clutches coming out into play here, and Sentinels love these types of situations if they can get it down to these 2 versus 2.
Yeah, it's back-to-back,
That's where they like to excel. And yeah,
it's
we're
2
looking at
clutches from them.
Fnatic as well. They're no joke at it when they have players like Hero, they have players like Chronicle, and even Alpha. These are rounds where if you get some of these Sentinel players involved in these, they love it. They live for it. Nice little stall out in the middle of the round off the back of that KO ultimate. 5
Dude,
players.
Zekken did so
side,
much there.
Stalled out.
Okay, so Fnatic win 1, they lose the next. Money in the bin, they get 2,
Be Zekken
3
first.
hero guns. It's not too bad. We
Operator
get way
changing
more
hands
again than I
over
thought,
towards
but
Tens now.
we got 2 backups with
Focusing
just
towards that B
classics.
main approach, leaving
So you
Jump
want to see these
close to
classics pretty
split
much
through towards
chilling.
tiles. We can see if they take the space towards A main again.
And a shift up of Fnatic's opening. They've not really been using B all game until this round and the start of the last round as well, usually towards middle, towards A. Here, fully ignoring it. They have that space at B main, trying to shock
Dude,
out
look
whatever
at them
chips are
pushing
here,
down A with the
potentially
op on this one.
cause
I
an
like this.
overreaction from Sentinels or soften it up
Yeah,
so they can
and
end with
they
a
have
split
someone
later
that
in
can
the round.
hold
But
this angle as
eyeing
well.
up
So
that
even though
A-main,
he can just
they wanna
like
come back. They wanna
hold
re-clear
this,
It's
we've got
Tens
someone
this
just
time
watching
with
his
the
left the whole
operator.
time,
He's
so he
on this
never
deep
has
lane.
to
He's got
worry.
backup this time with Saucy.
Time for brilliance. And an opportunity missed there, a very heads-up
Yeah,
jump.
they
on
find
the
out the
corner just
ops
to
here,
make
but
sure.
dude,
They now
40
identify
seconds.
to the
As soon as they
operator
hear
he
this
is
op
here.
though, look at the change of plan from Fnatic.
Enough to send
They
them
hear
away.
the op, they're happy that they've pushed them back, or they're going to try and push them back, so it's 2 people that have to hold here.
Hero just with
Insta
classics
hit
right
over
now. It's
towards
so
B.
imperative that
Good
Fnatic
mid-round
find a
from
way to group up right
Fnatic
now
on
and
this
play
one.
together.
And they have done
Trades
enough
are
to
gonna
push these 2
30
back.
So
seconds
difficult to
left.
get into play with these classics, but here it's the market split. They were
Dude,
trying to
keep
set
an eye
this
on the
up
time
earlier,
though,
trying
that's
to
the one
stop
that's
the trips
scary at the
early.
moment.
Booster and Chronicle.
Yeah, that's the 2
He gets to kill the
classics, no
Okay,
way.
the classic and it's
Okay.
the bulldog
What
this
is that,
time.
man?
John QT's
Double
been
dink.
stalwart in approach of holding that B site. Chronicle gets the better of Zelsis. Tens can't even get a second in the round, leaving Sarsi, who was probably identified
Poster
over
gets the
towards A
first
side
kill
very
with a
early on.
double dink of a classic.
They get a beat on his new position here towards market. His options have pretty much gone
What a
here.
mid-round as
And
well,
as
man.
if
He
that's
literally
how they
gets
stick the
rewarded
land
for his
with Josh.
mid-round here.
I didn't see that's
The
how
cancel
Fnatic was
on
gonna
this,
get
the
back
call
in
to
with
make
a
sure that
classic kill and a
Chronicle
bulldog.
pushes them away.
One
The
bumpy
smoke to
side.
even make it look like they're trying to head over towards the site and take like further map control.
Won't be a flawless round.
It was awesome.
again.
Or even potentially catch him on elbow.
Saucy trying to save his rifle again. This is the second time that he'd be going for it, but Fnatic again taking the lead.
Right, there's some really good rounds of it right now.
Really clean round from
Been a good
them.
game.
It's been a few of these back and forth. It's either a big flawless round.
Then
in the
missing
side
some
of,
shots.
you know, one
I
of the
do feel
team
like
or
the
the
rounds
other.
that they're losing at the
Fnatic
moment
getting the first
does
few
come
of
down
them,
to like
then
one
Sentinels
duel
fighting back
that
with a few
I
of
would
their
normally
own.
favor them
Then it
in.
came down. We had a few of these really close rounds, these clutches that were coming into play, and now a switch up again.
And when we were talking earlier, just to kind of take a moment while Sentinels have called a tactical timeout, the man on the screen there, Chronicle, at the start of the
Doesn't know how
series,
to
it was
play the
mostly
game.
Kills him with a classic and he's just looking
Alpha,
for
Durka,
him.
and Hero having impact. Chronicle stepped up as well.
That's
As a
awesome.
big game player. He's the one who's one of the most decorated players in this, and he's been getting them 2 kills, 3 kills, key kills in these rounds. He's been keeping them on their toes here. Sentinels now, though, time to reconsider their approach, potentially.
When we look at players like Chronicle, he is always going to be on that drone. He's going to be the 3rd, 4th player in. So if Durka gets to run in and he's backed up by whomever it is, whether it be Boaster or Alpha in certain situations, if they get all the kills there and it's a flawless round, Chronicle can't get involved. When these games start getting a little bit sloppier, when it comes down where Durka goes 1-for-1, gets traded out, and the rounds get into these 3v3, 2v2s, that's where we're going to start seeing Chronicle being
And so
more
has a
involved
chance
in
to
the
get a good amount of
situation.
defense.
He is
They're
one
doing
of the,
great.
as you said, most decorated players.
Again,
He's
just a
lived
couple
for
of
this moment.
angels.
Every Sopa player,
Like their
basically
overall
gets
play
into these
of what they're
situations
doing,
every time they play the game.
since like they've started being a little bit more proactive. It's not even too proactive. It's just the fact that in bonus round, like they were so sure his market hit and nothing was middle.
Top end of the board here, 10 for him as well. But the buy is now shaky. They're going to be Guardians. There's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
Bulldogs,
just been
there's gonna be
Angels,
Light
man.
Shields. It's
That's
not
it.
what they would have ideally wanted to come in with, but we're seeing Zelsis maybe set up second here, but showing early interest towards B main. Going to keep Fnatic having to cautiously invest utility to force this
Yeah,
man away.
bonus round was a misplay.
Deserves the
Everything
respect.
else.
After the performance
Whoa.
he's put in.
I like that.
And a re-clear again, but we know that
Let's
Fnatic
go.
are willing to run the clock down, but he's going to continue.
Yeah, looking
to
at a bit of their
test
default,
their
knowing that
mettle.
they can actually just.
Group towards B main. Fnatic.
Yeah, against this comp, I would
They
always
wanna
smoke
punish
stairs
the next
heavier.
re-aggress coming in
Just
from
try and use that
Sentinels,
drone
expecting
early,
potentially a
and then
pop
if they
flash
use
from
that drone,
KO,
so
and a
it, like
re-aggress, but
my way
it's
of
not gonna
thinking,
come in.
we're playing
Now
against
they peel
Fnatic's
off.
comp here is
But
it
the
really
way that
struggles
they're
to get
staying in
through
these
choke
positions,
points,
Boaster controlling middle, relieving Hero
and you
Durka
pretty much
both
only got
towards
a
B main.
drone,
It
right?
looks
So
like
I
it's
would
a
always
big
try and
re-clear towards A. They've done this before
smoke
with that
one of
drone, but
these,
they'll have to flash
and
the stun as
then
well,
what do
but
they got?
Sentinels creeping
It's
into
hard
middle,
with one
getting
smoker.
down.
They can
Boaster
isolate.
Whoa.
Okay, I didn't see that one coming.
You
He
wouldn't
was
try and
ready
make him
for
use
it.
drone
Yeah,
early,
and he's read it
basically.
correctly. There are 2 more plays. The timing. He looks away, and we put to bed, put to his grave. They've got a good read on this, and there comes Chronicle.
It
This
was
man's
nice though,
impact
man.
is
It was
off
a good
the
reaction
charts.
from
The
Fnatic.
hat as well should reveal a lot of information. This could be the go signal for Durka to take some space.
30 seconds
You're looking at the
left.
vast majority of Sentinels trying to focus up towards market, slip away towards CT,
Space
find a bit
created.
of safety.
Spike planted.
Chronicle up middle. It's
This
just the
guy-
camera to spot him, but he's not going to
Dude,
pop
yeah,
that
when
camera at
he's
this stage
never
of
going to
round.
check the
Chronicle
camera, he's
So they
straight
gotta
up
buy
in
time.
that
They still
area
have
where he's
to
going to
keep
get
them present
jawed.
here, keep them locked in towards market. Durka and Alpha in unison. And now you got to look for the lurk here. Chronicle can
Like,
now
you
pull
can
the
nade
trigger.
to buy
He can
time.
get closer,
Yeah,
then
and
nonetheless,
Chronicle
they
should
have
have
no
double
idea
here.
of the creeping death behind. No!
Bro, how did I curse so bad? That's crazy.
He's alive.
He got
Is there
none.
The 1v1 between the
That's
young gun
crazy.
and the
Dude, John
IGL
can
of
absolutely
dreams.
steal the
Camera on
round.
spike, though, as soon as John QT taps
Double
that, he's gonna
cage, we
get
got the tech.
tagged by the camera, and Hero will have a perfect opportunity to spam him. There's no way.
There's no time.
There is no
The young
time.
gun might have just outdone him here. John QT
Yeah,
is not
he
way
owned
off
him
for it,
with a
but it
cam
doesn't
on the
matter.
actual
The
spike
time
itself.
is gone, and Fnatic Fnatic stretch their lead.
Yeah, that's like the first clutch that
Back and
Fnatic won, though.
forth, sloppy or clean. It's back-to-back. Sentinels and Fnatic trading out these rounds where one team goes huge
Dude,
and makes a really clean round, and then the next round
Chronicle,
it's a sloppy
how
down
on
to the
earth?
wire, the one
Who
versus
killed him?
one.
Was
Boaster getting that first
it John that got
opening
the
pick.
kill
That
into
was
him as
huge.
well?
The rest of his team comes and collapses. Boaster almost. The reason why he turned
Those
away
tens?
was because
Bro,
Hero
that's
was actually
fast
coming back
from
and spotting
tens,
that
man.
angle for him. They slipped the net.
That is so
Couldn't
fast.
get away.
And you've got to feel if John QT had more time on that, that could have been, oh, who knows, who knows?
Nice clutch,
Fnatic,
Hero.
it's-
Nice camera, brother.
Yeah, it's consecutive rounds. We've got a couple of ults here. Alpha's online, as is Chronicles. You do have Zekken with a showstopper, Stinger in hand, and, well, to say the least, it's a stack. 4 players.
This orb's got to be tempting for them, though, right?
Zekken just turns away. There was a play around
Dude,
here.
weird
You
decision.
know what's in hand. I mean,
Wait,
don't
this is
know
a
if that was
really
worth
weird
it.
decision
LeBron?
right here. But we're dueling over towards A.
Let
We've
that
got a
fade
free
away.
orb. Sassy, 1 away.
That's a big investment
Zelsus,
from
4
Sentinels. They're
away.
showing their hand as
Zelsus
well.
takes the
B-site
orb.
is wide open for the taking. Fnatic cannot miss this timing. Right now, it's just a couple of trips for that push through from Fnatic to push into spawn, to push into market. But they don't need to do that.
Why?
They got that rolling thunder. They can play out of the site once they get that spike planted. But Sentinel's already in position
here.
to come and deny this plant. The Alpha.
And look at Sarsi
Okay.
though, he's crept further forward, they don't know about Sarsi.
Dude, Fischl
You gotta
could have
know
been
about
real
this man,
useful
Tankers.
right now.
Already he's dead! Hero holds the line. And now John QT and Zelsus' options become near on null. Dirk are gonna be hungry for this, he's going hunting! He's having his dinner. John QT, once again last alive and very
Dude,
few
I
options.
think that's
It's
a
time to back
misplay
away.
over here.
And again, sticking to the theme of the game.
They even
Fnatic
had to
pick up
smoke
another
to
round,
get back
4
a
alive on the
sight.
board,
Everyone
and
close
John
after
QT
the smoke.
has to
He's
save
getting people
again.
with that
This
ult
is
and they can flood
the
in.
third or fourth time Sentinels has to do a save.
And
Saucy
I'm not
with a
even
couple of
sure
those
Zelsus is
situations,
gonna get
trying
his
to
ult.
recover that rifle for the following round, because if you look at their credits, basically nothing. Full control is Team Fnatic, and I'm pretty
They
sure
should've wrecked
Chronicle
that,
is
yeah.
also either on Hunter's Fury or close to it, where he can have it in this next round. The combo with the Alpha's Rolling Thunder as well is going to be very tough,
Yeah, I
tough to
think that's
deal
a
with.
big
And
misplay.
Sentinels, they've shown some grit in some of these rounds with some of the retakes, with some of their aggressive fights towards A main especially, but these rounds towards B have not been looking super clean for them or close at all.
This is a bit of a turning point here. Got a little bit worried that that could have been the downfall, actually, giving over a big opportunity. But even with Sen in that rotation position, even getting to the site so early, I just love the fact we are getting to see 2 of some
Is
very,
Sen's down not to
I guess,
anti-strap?
respected
The
IGL in that role.
anti-strap
Great
backfired
calling,
yesterday
great
pretty
reads.
heavy
Got
just because
Chunky
EDG
up
changed so
Boaster.
much up.
And John QT
That was one of the
dangerous.
issues
I mean,
as
the
well.
man is a danger, to say the very least. A fragging IGL through and through, but Boaster so far in a very strong grip on this game. Looks like a 3-2 split here. Early pressure towards Zekken. Speaking of pressure, that
Dude, they
doesn't
both
apply. As Zekken
Oh, only
gets a
1-8.
release of life. You can't get the follow-up on Boaster.
Boaster!
Speaking about fragging
My God,
IGLs,
bro.
It's Boaster at
He
the
wins
helm
both
this
of
time.
them?
2 for him, but John QT has his number. Keeps him in a level situation. 3v3, but the retakes have been difficult.
Yeah,
Hero
dude, that's
feeling
literally because
confident. That's why.
this because
Claims
Zelsus
another
called him out,
It's
man.
Tens and Sarsi. The duo over towards the A site. But Hero has been sharp. Ult comes in, should clear towards Elise Pillar. Both seen, and actually, hold on.
Whoa, hold up.
two.
We
That's
hit
a
both.
problem here. It's
They only
Alpha
think they got one.
who could do anything about this. So the flash to buy a little bit of time, and Ten's going hunting.
Oh,
He
they only
wants
thought
in.
they hit one.
Stunned up, forced to respect. They're trying to close down, but they can't get to them. Fnatic hold the
Damn,
line.
it was a nice
And they
recovery
hold
from
the
Fnatic
scoreline.
here.
Taking the
Yeah,
lead
dude,
in.
but when Boast is aim
Boaster
dueling
knowing what
people,
he's done on this half. It's a big half.
It's,
Keep Sentinels humble.
it's not a good
to keep
sign.
them down on 4. A
The
deadly
opposite team.
side through and through. But 8-4 is the scoreline. We'll be back.
yeah, but, I mean, that
just
guy
a
was hit by the
second.
breach ult. Okay, Sentinels here. Couple of mistakes, man. Couple of aim duels for sure that they lost that they should have been winning. And then, dude, that round where Zelsus picked up the orb instead of Sassy makes no sense for me. I don't know what the full process is there.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Both are looking crispy, yeah. Dude, that classic classic entry over towards market's wild. They got so many entries on market just from out dueling. There was 3 rounds in my head that I can think of. Might have been more. SEN made adjustments from yesterday. I mean, they changed their comp. You think the map veto looks good for SEN? I think this is their best chance of winning, yeah. I think they took a risk banning Haven and floating a SEN, and it kind of paid off, but it's weird. It's like 3 of these teams' best maps, really. They both still like Haven, it's just that no one's beaten Fnatic's Haven. Coaches can talk right now, yeah. Everyone can talk right now. Castro Dazzy with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 4 months. Thank you so much, dude.
There's no excuses at this point. Wake up, get your caffeinated beverage, and get yourself ready for this. 4-8, Josh. SEN are trailing, but I think we've all learned our lessons by now of never counting them out.
I think Lev are the best team now at this tournament.
Never count them out.
Dude, they're a flip-flop team.
They actually got the first 3 rounds of the game.
It's hard for me to ever say yes about Lev because their peak, they can beat everyone. But sometimes they just have these games where the game plan is fully wrong and people just look off.
Did that catch Sentinels off guard?
It's just yeah, they're too inconsistent for me to like convincingly say that.
Some maybe a little bit more than others, but side of Sentinels.
But when they play like really good, man, they're so insane to watch. Hero, I say Hero. Dude, what the hell? Okay, yeah, so Darker did have a raid boss, so 1-for-1 take down the raid boss, that's not too bad if you're Sentinels, you kind of take that. It is the person that is most likely going to plant and send all the util in though.
4-4, a little bit of a pause, but Sentinel's still trying to get out of the site. There's nothing really to stop
the vitality of NA, yeah, but with a higher peak, I would say. That Lev's peak is one of the highest out of any team.
Position here, the flash is fantastic, forcing him deeper. Zekken trying to springboard forward, looks for another victim to fell. It's Tens though to get Alpha, so that does remove some of the pressure from Market. Zekken kicking it up a gear. Now just on
here we go, fragging IGL.
In play still for Zekken.
Tim P6 with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 7 months as well. I mean, this would be a pistol each. This would be nice if Sentinels win this.
Timing, it's right.
Yeah, we like that. 1-1 for the pistols, always a fun one.
And now the score is going to get a little bit closer. We're getting more players involved in Fnatic. Getting a little wild there on that B main push, trying to catch Sentinels. Only a 1-for-1 trade. But again, comes down to these very sloppy fights at the B site. There's almost like a 2-man split off. 2 players pushing up the site, 2 players pushing towards Market. Spams going through the cages, people pushing in all sorts of different directions.
That one's nuts. Dude, he got plant orb as well, right? He's 2 or 4, yeah, plant and orb.
Down to the wire rounds, or these clean, flawless ones.
Yes, this should do.
Now this should be the gap close, right? This should be 6. Fnatic should be held here. Just pistols. They've gone for a stack as their start.
Yeah, so no matter what, you want to see at least an orb on Zekken. Yeah, we take B main. Go through the smoke, we get an orb. So even with the death fast, big buy round, they got the big advantage into it.
Or being able to do a miracle with that. It's always when you have like 1 or 2 sheriffs.
And EDG could learn from this to pass on the luck as a ghost.
Fnatic trying to just get some economic damage. Search out where John QT is trying to fall back to. John QT realizes he's being hunted right now. He's like, I'm going to try to take you on a wild goose chase because right now, if Fnatic move away from that spike, they need to die to that at the end of the round.
EDG catching strays, man, they were annoying me yesterday with that, with their ecos. Everything else was so perfect. That how can they be so wrong on one thing?
Zelsys next.
That's okay though, Zekken at least kind of wanted to die. Obviously he would prefer to get the kill, but...
Ten's going to take away Hero. Zelsa's got to be really careful. Yeah, keeps cool, but he's got an army flooding him. That is a valuable weapon dropped.
Good
will go down in the end.
Good damage. He gets a gun here though, right? Did he throw the gun away?
Ran it further back.
Oh my
And
god, did he
doesn't
throw
get
the
hold
gun
of it.
away into the spike? That was sick.
Expensive round for Sentinels. Fnatic doing work with those classics, those free
That was
weapons.
nice, man.
They damaged.
Who's this, Durka?
I mean, only Saucy got
The
that
Durka or
unscathed,
Bosta?
and
It was
he had a
Durka, right?
Bulldog. He didn't have a Vandal or Phantom even, so very costly
Yeah,
round.
that was awesome.
But Zekken has that
Who's it?
showstopper.
They made that
He
really
can use this
costly.
to convert this third round. That's what Fnatic did in the first half, to win those first 3 rounds in a row. It's on Sentinels to try to figure out.
Yeah, we get
They
the
had that game
one
plan for
person
Fnatic in that
buy.
first half.
I'm okay with
Will
the
they
one
have it
person
here?
buy. Especially if they have the Razor on this one. Like, they have the advantage, really, because of that. Dude, 3-person stack from middle. They're doing the Paper X.
They're-
Firing squad.
Wait, do they never
I feel like
smoke
they're
middle?
trying to get ready. And
Oh, he got the first.
Saucy had the timing right. Still
He got
down
the
Hero.
first kill.
Well, that's Hero out. He normally plays B.
Dude,
That
Sentinels
might
are ready for this, though.
tell
The
Sentinels
timing
to
of it
retake
with people
the knife
swinging
info
here,
as
that
well.
was cool.
That's pretty big though. Finding 2 players there.
but not in a position to capitalize off of it. Right now, Sentinels is
Dude,
grouping
out of
up towards
everyone,
B.
he kills the
Wanna do that
Cypher.
reclear on
No
middle.
trips,
They
no
already have it
camera.
thrown out, clearing
It's
everything. They
awesome.
see
What a start.
Tens. If Tens went down there, that would have been huge. The smoke's gone would make this post plant so difficult.
Yeah, I
to
like this
defend
from
against.
Sentinels. Good amount of prep on that.
Fnatic haven't found out exactly where to go yet.
Yeah, and Fnatic,
Retake.
this is a good one
Have
as
their
well,
smokes
because
down.
no matter what side they go, they can just retake heavy from behind. And they know that there's going to be a Razor, so you don't really want to play on site.
Rocket in hand, ready. Not going to get anything for it.
I like this from Fnatic. It's really good.
Starting to flood back in through market.
Problem
One
is,
splitting off his
I mean,
poster.
the problem is
Still
just
gonna
look
have
at the
Util
map
in the
control
back
that Sentinels
line
have.
for UT to deny that being a comfortable position to pressure from. How are you meant to dissuade the players on the site? You can't! When 10 does that! Back-to-back brilliance
Oi.
from the man.
That must have been
Durka
sick,
brought
bro.
to their knees.
That's your first buy round. That's what happens.
They just need a save now. They realize
Yeah,
Sentinels,
dude, Tens has been
their
quiet,
money
but
was
that
so
is
maybe doing a little bit of economic
these are
damage
some
here to
nice
keep their
shots,
money low,
no
but
doubt.
I'm looking at it right now. 3,400, 26, 2,400. Their money's actually in a really decent spot at the moment.
Yeah, they're fine with that. John QT. Zekken looking for the player. Trade does go down, and yeah, these rounds are getting close, but that's a bonus.
Honestly, for
converted.
Sentinels
That
here,
is
I
a
wouldn't be
bonus for
too
Sentinels.
angry with that trade.
Step by step, closing up the scoreboard now, 7-8, 1 away from being a tied affair here.
This game, I mean, it's going to be unpredictable the whole way through.
Yeah, give me these shots
You
on
really know what's
B,
gonna
man.
happen until the very last second, and
Oh
even
my
then,
God.
you don't even know. The back and forth.
Dude,
the
that
way
is,
that the
dude,
rounds are
people
traded out
people
like
that
this.
are unreal with the Guardian, it is
And
the
you know,
most
something you're saying
satisfying
is we need
thing
to tell
ever.
Sentinels players to
It
wake
really
up.
is.
That is
The
looking
Guardian
like
is
Kent
so
starting
satisfying to
make
watch.
it there. That was some beautiful shots for him. The only one to retain the rifle for Fnatic is Durka. Sentinels should, and I say should lightly, because there are a couple of sheriffs out. You know, this is a little bit more of a
Stun's ready.
defensive round.
The dart stun combo.
Timing. Oh,
Ooh.
second caught.
Whoa,
just
whoa, whoa!
drifting
Everyone's got
through.
util out,
Tens
guys. Chill.
remains alive for now, but he's lucky, if anything.
Oh,
and the
no.
punishment, the control on B main is kept in the hands of Fnatic.
It was good from Fnatic though. Like they were all far back enough from the.
Hold
hold up.
swing. Zelstis beheading Durka, trying to defend this. Police those weapons lost.
I like this from John as well. John's making a lot of space on A as they're fighting heavy for these guns.
Trying to search out this A area, get a little bit of information here.
Oh, he's seen a lot.
Oh,
of
how many
there,
did
though.
he see here?
Not sure if he
2?
saw 2, maybe even 3.
Camera gets taken out, but the defender camera at B main, ready to just figure out what's going on here if they need to go for the retake. Searching out
Hero's
John
position.
QT though.
What
yeah.
a weird
Look at
round.
Hero's position. He knows there's a chance of this. A was left completely open. Hero taking a couple
And they're
going
gonna push behind and get these guns. Dude, I've been watching them in B main. They have not looked behind them yet.
They don't quite know where Fnatic have gone, and this flank is on the way. So a flank's on a flank pretty much here. You got to expect the timing.
Yeah,
is gonna be
okay,
right.
Trip was up this
John
way.
QT,
Hero
Darcy
knows.
gonna know at least 1. He now knows there's 2, but the trade
Lovely
is there for
trades
all.
on this
Heroes
one.
can get turned on its
Dude,
head.
and Hero manages
reads it
to catch
well.
out
Now
John in
Zelstis
this as
in a
well.
1v3. It's only sheriffs, but how much can one man do? He's got a player to the right, 1 to the left. The defuse will be beginning in about a second. You take your eye off the prize, and they'll punish you for it.
Hold up.
Another opportunity.
Doing good, man.
2 for Zelstis. Maybe
Ah,
a third
dude, that was
goal.
unlucky from
Hero
Zelsis. He played the 1v3 really well.
makes his appearance
Okay, this was nice from Fnatic though. They played far enough out that they dodged the
And
knife.
the scoreline gets held away for
But yeah,
now.
dude, I guess Fnatic have never done this because both of Sentinels kind of started getting util out as well.
It's not the first time they've done it, but here they've got the stun, the dart ready, and they're going to fight inside of B main, catching Sentinels.
I mean, stun was good.
And a classic. These rounds, these reads, everyone's in each other's
They stole
minds
around
right
here.
now.
Yeah, I love that between Hero and John QT then kind of circling each other. And you saw the awareness from Hero. He was turning, he was looking at it. Okay,
I mean, got it in the end.
Yeah, he did. Wild
This is
stuff.
when he wanted to get the guns.
Not out of the woods yet. This game
Because
definitely
Boaster
has
called
the
something
Sentinels up in
similar
the air,
because
7
he
to 9.
smoked off like they wanted to fight
As
it.
soon as Fnatic gets that win,
So
off
I
that
don't even
board,
I don't
he
even
gambles
blame
that.
him
They
for
switch
thinking
it up.
this.
They're in a
The smoke was
4-8
down
gamble stack.
like
They got
they
the
should be
camera
fighting.
trips on Boaster on A, but we haven't seen the side from them yet before. Chronicle also has that.
Dude, look how
Fury, he can
proactive
pop this in the
Fnatic
back
are.
if he wants.
Right, we've seen like double now push towards middle with multiple people. We've seen a 4-person walk push over towards A once they have official. Sentinels just going for the paper X official, just insta re-clear at B. And Chronicle has his ult, so I'm pretty sure this is why Sentinels aren't too comfy sending it all the way back. Hey, that's nice, man. Boaster got absolutely util dumped.
Leading the charge, and now the rest of Fnatic want to avenge their IGL.
Durka can win this.
You've got to look at the flank here as well, you're right. Zelsis going to be put on notice, catches him. Notes Durka, Paint Shell goes in, and Zelsis leans forward, but it's Durka and Chronicle in unison, dropping bodies. Darcy holding the back from the market.
Okay, it should be fine, man. Zelsis did great.
Everything they can, but a 1v2 for Alpha. He may not have the time for this. I think it's gone. I think it's too late. Sentinels back up within touch.
Dude, there's some nice rounds at the moment.
These rounds are just
Zelsis did incredible.
In their faces. I thought Sentinels was going to get that one for free as well once they got on that B site.
I wonder if Sentinels are going to cause some kind of timeout, or if like everyone's talking about the fact that there are constantly people behind them right now. That might have been why they decided to push back a site here, so they might already have the read on it. I think it was just because they had Fischl, but they could have just a strong read.
So many ultimates for them.
And I kind of like that they're pumping the brakes here, because similar situation on the other side, not quite as, I guess, instigating ults. You've got the TP for 10s, the hat for John QT. Yeah. But they do have Zelsis, so, you know, the KO
If I'm Sentinels, I'm taking this as well. Like, this is a nice timeout for them also. A good amount for them to talk about with what's been going on.
This could be a set piece potentially for Fnatic, or just a check-in of what they've seen so far.
This is where it gets very unpredictable. And, you know, I've cited it a couple times, but the way that you can use these ultimates, there's different ways you can use it to execute on a site. So if you're Zelsis with that KO ultimate, you can do it the way that Fnatic's been setting up these 4-player gamble stacks. It turns off all their abilities. It's just guns out at that point. Or you can save it.
Oh, Icebox too with feasting. We've had some good Icebox recently though. All of Lev always delivers on Icebox, man. It's always guaranteed overtime. They've been fun.
Ultimates, are you going to use it to initiate? Are you going to save any, knowing that it's going to probably stimulate the other?
Okay, let's start looking at this, because obviously the money's crazy low, and we got four ults against 3 ults, but these ults are way better. But this ult cancels at least 2 of them. Okay, there's a lot of not pressure, but there's a lot of importance on Zelsis in this round.
Converting the bonus, just getting that one back.
Right here.
It is game on. Let's see what Sentinels decide to do this round. Chronicle going to get the information early towards A, but they're going for a bit of a heavier presence towards B. You're looking at Alpha, you're looking at Durka and Hero on the back line by Pillar. And Sentinel's going to go through the protocol list. It's actually going to be a huge investment! Durka takes away Zeka, but how much more can he do? 10's taking a little bit of spike.
Damn, I like this, bro. The crunch over towards here, and then we also have the ult in case they're in this area and the line is strong, because it's this, right? So many chances they're trying to push back. This is awesome. Again, this was a good understanding of Fnatic, realizing big rounds. Either we have to eco, either they have to eco. Let's use every single ult into this one.
He can only hold towards that elbow position. John QT trying to close the gap, get a bit closer. Takes a step over.
Yeah.
Boaster
is wrecked.
He's been noted. He's buying time, but it takes time. The rotation on the way.
If he can get one, he's done great.
Chronicle right nearby. He might steam himself.
That'll do it.
10's left out to dry. No one there to back him up until then. 2 big picks. John QT and Zelsis take away the players trying to pressure that plant, but it got into play. So Zelsis and John QT still need to stand together. It is a 2v3. Numbers on towards Fnatic's side. Zelsis feeling the pressure on the
Dude, it's so hard for them to win this. Kind of doable because they all come from the same place, though.
Contact from all 3. Can he divide? Can he, Conker, spots them getting closer. He knows it. He hears it's John QT to his side, but Durka succeeds. And now John QT on 39 needs the
yeah, nice shots, man. Dude, Durka getting that kill on like what 20 something HP. That was everything here.
The scoreline finally.
Oh, why is he putting his chair back? Was he standing up again?
Their groove again.
Not again.
That was so scary for Boaster on an island for so long.
Yeah, I think Boaster did really good. I'm wondering if Chronicle maybe should have just left him.
Pretty much like 90% of the time, pretty much. But the fact that it got
it wasn't even that bad actually.
Makes me nervous.
It wasn't that bad. Oh no.
Oh no, the stand-up curse, the stand-up.
Glue him to the chair.
Glue.
Because if Sentinels wins a round, Zelsis probably stands up. It evens out.
It's not fine. I'm telling you now, it's not fine.
8-10 is an eco. One hero gun for Zekken. Dude, they got nothing behind this. No heavy armors, no light armors. We got Sheriff, light armor, hero gun, light armor, 3 classics. There is no... Sentinels have no right winning this round, but they're in a really good position right now.
The early flank is coming out for the defense, and all the smokes are gone for the attackers. They're not going to have another one for about 15 seconds or so.
But this is the man. Zekken, Tens, these two.
They get over towards the site. They barely use... I mean, they'd use a lot of util, but they have knife and Omen Flash.
As well to stall everything out if they want it.
Paranoia is perfect. Zekken can only get one though so far, but Tens falls for it. It's fine. It's a 4v4. Time beginning to tick. The backline pressured. Hero, this should be called out. They've got to know he's here. Zekken waits in the smoke.
Oh my god, they just gave him a gun.
Is this the round? Is this how it happens? The curse potentially coming into play, but a 3v3.
Whoa! What was that, man? Everyone got dinked.
Fnatic diffuses there.
Dude, everyone just got melted. It looked like such a close round. Alpha's just killed all of them, bro.
Not again. He learned his lesson. And if you're gonna be the
Priest, that's not even Priest's fault, man. He's just flicking to 3 people that just get into the dinked.
That's the simplicity of it, and it felt
Trust me, I'd love to blame Priest for everything, but that is... Dude, that is 3 insta headshots, man.
Chronicle also stood up, I'm pretty sure, in that situation, so...
Chronicle can do what he wants. Let's be honest, he can do what he wants. Now, Sentinels have felt enough here. These are, excluding that 17th round, these have been the Fnatic run back, right? That could have been 4 consecutive, it wasn't. It's now just 2. But it's been enough of a red flag, right? The game's getting far too far away from them to pump in the brakes. They've got ults here. Josh, what do they come up with? They've got to buy. This has to be a big investment.
Kit Subbin with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much.
Is that meaning Sentinels around in here? They have their ultimates. When we look at the rounds, a couple of rounds ago, Fnatic dumped 3 ultimates to find the early 2 picks, make it into a 2 versus 1 where they win the round. Now Sentinels, they have a couple ultimates of their own. They're really close to a Thrash as well. They could definitely combo some ultimates, get back into the game here. They just had to sit on these ults for another round as they did in Eco, but Fnatic
This
is in a
5-6
really
a bad placement for either of these teams.
Boaster has that astral divide, so I'm wondering.
I mean, obviously they would like to do better, but I think considering that their whole year, I think both teams, it's not too bad.
I wonder if Fnatic has...
Like, Sentinels had a big dip in the middle of the year, and Fnatic obviously losing Theo.
Sentinels eyeing up middle for the first time.
I don't think it's, like, crazy bad. It's probably worse for Sentinels than it is Fnatic.
And you can already see the adjustment coming from Chronicle 2, so maybe try and keep tabs on that.
Wait, we get aggro cam and we can't see this guy. Oh, this is...
not be the wiser.
Oh.
It's all on that trigger discipline to line them
up.
Oh, no. Spotted at middle.
Big info. Alpha.
Oh, no, man.
Now under scrutiny, but
damn, shout out to John, bro. I thought he was done for.
That moment, a missed shot, and now Sentinels start the ball rolling. The B site is open. It's available. Hero trying to hinder. Catching one on the cross. Can't land it. John QT
that was looking like Sentinels in the first half.
Up for success. And a plant that he had. And if you're Fnatic, you're pulling the plug. Surely. That was perfect from Sen.
A couple of the players on Fnatic have a little bit of cash reserves, but we're also looking at Hero, who's down to 100 credits, so a likely save. They're in the lead. Only one big ultimate used there from Zelsis. They still keep Zekken's showstopper for another day.
It's Maritz with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 8 months also.
I mean, the pacing Sentinels took through mid, how are you meant to? His owl drone seemed well-timed, but by that point, they were in
good news for
market,
Sentinels.
basically. Caught, you know,
4
3
people
of the
surviving
three
on
that
this.
way,
Got
but
Raze
by that
ult.
point, the timing on the crunch, I guess it felt like he was dependent on Durka, pretty much. If he succeeds towards
Got
main, maybe they
Hiko
can
down
was set up
low.
perfectly for it.
This might have to. Well, this will be a drop.
Sometimes
how
that's
it
just how it goes.
John QT,
You can have the
man who did
perfect,
it.
yeah, you can have the perfect setup, but if you aren't able to capitalize on the position you've been given, the blessing, you just, that's it. It falls apart so easily. Fnatic, I want to see them change up their setup though. They've been running the same kind of B defense.
Lightly asking, Sen won a major. Have they had a bad year? Oh, they definitely haven't had a bad year. They've had a great year. I just said they had a dip in the middle of the year.
Rounds into the game, Fnatic did switch it up and started changing the pace, started taking in that misdirection.
Sen had an incredible year no matter what the outcome is here.
On their defense, or even Sentinels, they've been going really quick. That first 40 seconds, they're in the site. It's usually been towards B here. But
that is a lot of fast pressure over towards A. We got Knife to check if anyone's actually going to be able to re-clear this early. No one's close, so they know for sure. Double question mark created. Theory, you should be having 2 people here. That is a fast recon, man. They cleared it pretty fast here. Do we push through middle?
But here he backs out. Doesn't want to go against these
Yeah,
ultimates.
3-person push through middle again.
And they're going to keep going. Sentinels, they have that showstopper.
Boaster has his Astra ult, so they got to play on site.
Now, they're going to know that they've taken over CT space. It's all through market, pretty much. Maybe an eventual flank from Chronicle, but Fnatic have to take some more space back in. They can't just flood through market.
It's going to be hard, though. Sentinels
they still have drone. Chronicle still has drone. Good news for, yeah, good news is that. Still has Omen Flash, can delay them for a little bit. Why are they 5-person coming from market? What are we doing?
Shutting it in their face. Now it is go time. Zelsis sent to his death. Forced to fight forward. Sassy now leaning back, but time is ticking. You gotta get a move on here. Sentinel's gonna lap this up, but the trade's in play. Sassy still stands, as does John QT. And the time
now they do the Astra ult when you got no time?
Surely, no more to be done here.
What are we doing, man? This was awful from Fnatic.
Sentinel's running it down to the wire.
This is really bad from them.
Sentinels
dude, it just didn't make any sense at all.
Fnatic, and Fnatic just way too slow. Couldn't find an opening into that round.
They didn't really know what to do. And maybe Ten's doing the Omen Flash and then pushing too much map control meant that it was a hard read. Like they couldn't work out what to do.
And then they back out to the next angle.
The smoke? Yeah, they gave him a leak out smoke to like take some extra jewels with as well, especially once they had stairs control. Like crossfire wise, it made no sense some of the stuff that Fnatic did.
Yes, that is a big burn up of an ult, but I have to give credit again. In a round they needed that the timeout
like stairs control, and you get a leak out smoke, so you can like take your jewels or take any kind of angle over towards here. Is not the one.
Again, conceptually, that
yeah, they messed up a little bit.
Pulling that third body across Fnatic too late to the party.
Speaking of mess ups, are we forcing this a little bit too hard?
Maestro of the downfall of Fnatic in that round. However, still in the lead overall. Boaster really pressured in that. And we've got pressure on 2 fronts, really. Oh, but Zelsis
yeah, and just a big bait into this one.
Falls off this.
A minute to play with, a 5 versus 4. And a good read, understanding exactly how Fnatic's trying to do this push and pull every time they're trying to take B main and re-aggress into their Sentinels, waiting, ready to punish that. Now another retake potentially for Fnatic, this time in a 4 versus 5.
Oh no. At least it doesn't cost them on this one. We're pretty close to official, right? We got one for the plant. If Sassy gets 1 more kill, he's going to have his ult.
SMG for Chronicle.
They have that dart.
Yeah, I can't believe they forced into this one. It was weird. Weird call from Fnatic here. Definitely didn't need to happen at 11-10.
Actually, he's gone in the door. Zekken sends him away, though, and now they're struggling. Now they're capitulating. Now they're falling to pieces. Sentinels coming together when it matters most. 11 potentially now.
Yeah, and they kind of have to save, but Chronicle doesn't want to save this gun.
Really. Yeah, he might find one. But unless they completely leave the site, it means nothing. Take a couple.
Holy, nice shots, bro.
Make it hurt. But the real gut punch of
Alpha gets his ult.
will be that it's 11-11 Sentinels back.
Okay, 11-11. We got Sassy's ult. We got Alpha's ult. What else have we got? I don't think we have proper guns for Fnatic, right?
And now all even. Where's the game gonna go?
You asked me this, but again, the mind games that are coming out. These guys know exactly what the other team is going to do. The preparation is there. They know exactly how they want to manipulate everything. And sometimes, even with a perfect plan, it doesn't work out. Alpha, though, those big kills, he's got his a few good ultimates here. One away from Hunter's Fury as well.
They wanted to force up again, and now they have to go for the eco. Bro, these 2 rounds from Fnatic back to back were big mess ups.
The money's in the bin for Fnatic. You got Sheriffs, you got SMGs, 2 Sheriffs.
Doesn't matter, I saw them win with Classics.
On the other side, Sentinels strength after strength here. Zelsis knows he's baiting this out. It's so well done. Sentinels again, correct read, finger.
It's a half buy, yeah. I mean, this one is a half buy now. It makes more sense, but it should have been happening the round before.
Man flank all the way through. They can actually catch Sentinels in a really precarious position here. Tonight backing all the way out,
and that Fischl's in a retrievable position.
Angle, waiting for Sentinels to extend all the way
Fnatic
through,
going for their proactiveness. We've got a camera that can spot numbers here at one point.
Not the greatest weapons. It's all on Dirk and Alpha to find these big openings. Showstopper already wasted. Sentinels looking for that opportunity to jab through the smoke.
Dude, every single time I'm looking at Sentinels get over towards the site, and Tens just has his Omen flash.
No stun, no flash. The time is ticking.
Fnatic running this incredibly low.
Whoa, we used the all into the eco. Sure, man. We'll keep an eye on the lurk on this one. It's good util on top of it, though. Whoa. Hey, shout out to Zelsis, man. Zelsis dealt with the lurk here early. Off. Hey, and they got the breach all out of them. Really nicely done, man. Fnatic are in trouble.
12 rounds on their map pick.
Yeah, you could argue 3 misplays in a row.
They were down. They get those first 3 rounds in a row. They start climbing it back round by round. It's not pretty every round.
They use Razor into this as well. Wait, did I miss this? I gotta turn up my sound.
They're gonna be able to string together some sort of buy going on here, but Sentinels is full control of the game. They know exactly
did great holding. Just getting that kill and having no pressure here just makes that round so easy.
It's not working for Fnatic, and they need to switch it up if they want to be able to stay in this game.
Down to the
wire. At B main. Okay, yeah.
Sentinels.
Right here.
Chronicle with the ult.
Take flight.
On the other side, 10 still has his, but
right, one chance.
Does it catch a
been a good map, though.
Absolutely not. Not going to see what he wants this time.
Not ready yet.
It's a very early reclear. And if he's
he's got to use util. He gets vision blocker early. Whoa.
Oh my god, it could
dude, it looked like it could have been incredible.
Just about
yeah, it looked like it could have got 3 for the first one.
And then it falls into the one man's hands who could be the threat, who could
off
be the
angle.
Downfall. How diligent are they? It doesn't matter.
Very strong off angle. Oi, that's lovely, bro. Sassy went down to 9 HP from this spray, and he just finishes him off with the shock. That was sick.
Fractured on the way forward. Tens, John QT and Zelsis. You talk about impact players. You got them in this though.
So that was all and spam, right? That was cool.
This is where you want to try to find your footing into a site.
Dry peek here. I mean, it's an off angle. It's not even.
Right now, Zelsis is trying to figure
it's just good from Fnatic.
Retake the rotations, but deciding to move together here. John QT versus Hero is going to be a big duel towards B, but
double.
It's a defense on market. They don't care about the
double
site.
And Cypher.
First fight, 10's trying to lead the fray. John QT, 10.
Oh, we got no trades on that. It was nice util. It's the first time this is probably the first time that Tens has actually used his Omen flash to actually get into here. Then both getting through, getting hit by the knife is obviously an easy time to use it.
Zelsis hops away, keeps himself alive. Information aplenty. They now know what they're up against, and Tens' timing could be heaven sent. But no, they skip around. They go towards.
I mean, Tens has owned this round. He just loops back around as soon as they get spotted over towards site.
To find fair fights, and John QT prowling, waiting. Chronicle
and here comes the loop around.
But the time is ticking, and Tens is on the way. The camera comes up. They want to get it towards half. They might just do it. But Tens, the bully.
Lovely play, man. Dude, his util usage was great as well. He never used it unless like he 100% had to. He won him a good amount of rounds. He had a very quiet game fragging-wise, but good impact. This was a sick game.
In the back, and Sentinels looking for a moment there, like it was a questionable pick for them to go